they're going to be ready upon earth. Where we at? Upon the earth. They're right here with us. Going where? To and fro and up and down in the earth. They're ready here on the earth. Read. When need is. When the Most High need them, they're going to be right on the earth to fulfill what he wants them to fulfill. The vengeance of the Most High. So I said you can't fight against the angels. But they're going to try. And they're going to lose. Everything from the past to present and future is all here. Read. It said, when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You hear that? So who are we to think that we're going to make it to the kingdom and transgressing the word of the Most High? When the Most High giving order to the angels, they will not transgress his word. I mean, come on. Get Psalm 78. Psalm 78. I'll give you an example right quick. Yes. That we're just saying just now? Ecclesiastes 39, 28 to 31. Get Psalm 78 chapter. Let's look at these. Have I ever take y'all through the death angels? Ever gave you that breakdown?
I don't remember.
Psalm 78 and 49. This is what he did. This is what he did when we was in Egypt. Read this to the Egyptians. Read.
Psalm chapter 78, verse 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger.
You hear that? He cast upon the Egyptians the fierceness of his anger. Read.
Wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them.
So we must establish that the Most High said he sent evil angels or spirits among them. Get Psalms 104 and 4 because I quoted it. I want to make sure that you understand that it says angels or it says spirits. It don't make no difference which one you want to use. It's the same entity. Read it. Psalms 104 and 4.
Psalm chapter 104 verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits.
He maketh his angels spirits. Read.
His ministers a flaming fire.
Right. So his ministers a flaming fire. So the angels, which is the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, is an angel. Holy Spirit, holy angel. Which bringing what? They minister in the word of the Most High to the men, women, and children of the Most High. Bringing forth that fire, which is what? What's the fire?
The word of the Most High.
How you prove it? It's in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
23:29. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 29.
So now, I hear, okay, you repeat it, but then ask the question, you give the answer, but then where is it at? These are the things that we got to remember, because when you look at certain things that's written in the Bible, it's hip talk. It's like it's not written so that everybody can understand it. So minister bring forth the word of the Most High as a flaming fire. So now what is this fire he's talking about? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 29. Is not my word like as a fire, says the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces?
Right. His word is like fire, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. So that ministering of a flaming fire is talking about the word of the Most High. The word of the Most High. This Bible. Give me 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Y'all tired? I see somebody got off. Somebody got off. So that's where it is, y'all. They only have a few minutes that it can give to the Most High, which has been written down. Remember, the angels are recording everything. So, 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts.
Yeah, let go from the mortal thoughts. Being carnal-minded. Let go from the mortal thoughts. The things that everybody else thinking about. Study more. You know, it's like, I notice you have a lot of questions, but then you don't have the answers. But then, what are you going over? You got to go over what you've given. So a lot been given. Much is given, much is required. So you go on through hour after hour after hour of learning, and then come back to it. You don't know it, then that's showing that you're not learning. You're not studying enough. Because by the time we get to Revelation, you got to know all these precepts. In certain scriptures, as we go through the scriptures, you have to know these precepts to be able to know what it's talking about. Because it's not written that you can understand it. Certain things are not written that way. That's why I say let go of mortal thoughts. There's too much thinking about the things of this world. Oh, I got to go here. I want to go do this, enjoy. You love this world. Instead of studying, I think about it. I'm looking at it, I'm recording so I can go over it, whatever it is as the Spirit is bringing forth. But all this, and if you don't go over it, review it, then why you don't know these things? I'm not no preacher sit up here give you all this and then you're going to recall all this. That's why we call it class. Because when come a time you're not going to be able to get this. How soon it is, I don't know, but it could be soon. And you're going to have to apply this because you might be by yourself. We might be alone. And now you're going to have to depend on your spiritual connection with the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to survive and make it in these days. Read.
Cast away the burden of man.
So you cast away the burden of man. Read.
Put off now the weak nature.
You can't stand if you got a weak nature. You can't stand if you got a weak nature. So say gird up your, he's going to tell you to gird up your loins like a man. He say, put off now the weak nature. Our people been made, they just done bowed down, man. I mean, they done bowed down. Weak as ever, but real strong against each other, but weak as ever against the enemy. And even with themselves. That's why I say, put off the weak nature. So he kept saying, stand, stand, stand. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, it says in Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Before the face of such have I afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be filled with terrible fear, not you. That's what the word says. Thus said the Most High. But here we are as a people. So I say, put off the weak nature. Put on strength. Read.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Yeah, set all the thoughts that's most heavy and a burden in your mind to you. Set them all, give them to Mashiach Yahushua. Say his burden is light. Learn of him. Then you'll see things start to materialize in your life where he'll make your enemies be at peace with you. Because you know that you're one of his servants, true servants. And not no just Sabbath Israelite. Or just an Israelite now that we in the Word. Now the book is open. Now you're an Israelite. Nah. You got to be Israelite 24/7. Every single day. Everywhere in your life. Living this way. And standing firm concerning how you believe. And the Most High will be pleased with you. He'll make a way. Read.
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Hear that? And haste thee to flee from these times. Flee from these times. Quickly. Get away from the ways of the world. Read.
For yet, great For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done there hereafter.
You hear that? We in the times of greater evils. We in those times. He's telling, he's giving them all this. When you read all these things that's happening, man. Say greater evils than what he's being told shall happen hereafter. He's telling Ezra. Greater evils. That's why hold that. Get 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. 2nd Ezra 16 and 7. Hold that. We're coming back there. This is why Ezra said this. And you better take heed. We have to take heed to what he's saying, because the Most High is giving these prophecies of the times that we're in. That's like greater evils than what he's been told shall happen hereafter. That's in the times to come. Listen to what he said. This is what Ezra's saying when they're hearing all these prophecies of what's going to happen in the end times. In our time. Read.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
Hear what he said? Whoa! Destruction to me! Destruction is me! Destruction is me! He said, who will deliver me in those days? The days that we in now. It could be closer than what you can even imagine. What did he say? Read.
The beginning of sorrow and great mourning.
You're at the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Lamentations, crying. Read.
The beginning of famine and great death.
The beginning of famine, food shortages, the lack of bread, the lack of food and water, and great death. A lot of people dying. Read.
The beginning of wars and of powers shall stand in fear.
Hear that? The beginning of wars, war everywhere. And the powers shall stand in fear. The superpowers of the earth shall stand in fear. Read.
The beginning of evil.
The beginning of evils. Hear that? These screaming at the beginning of evils. Read.
What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Say, what shall he do when these evils shall come? He wondered what he going to do when these evils shall come. Let you know that he would be in these times. For those that say you don't come back. Well, Ezra's not going to be back as Ezra's. But you know that spirit going to be coming back. Because what is he saying? What is, listen, I mean, why is he saying this? It's the word of the Most High. He said, what shall I do when these evils shall come? This is hereafter, during the time that Ezra was living. Say, what is he going to do when these evils shall come? Now he's going to name some of them. Read.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
So all these things, man, scourges, man, getting whooped, are sent for amendment to get it right, to show you how to get it right. Read.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
All these things are going to be happening. They shall not turn from their wickedness. Read.
Nor be only mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, Most High scourges. I mean, Most High sent the plagues on the earth. What they say? We going to rebuild. Tear down everything. Flatline everything, right? We going to rebuild. We're sorrowful now, but we shall overcome. We shall be powerful than the storm, the hurricane, the flood, whatever, earthquake, whatever. We going to rebuild. They shall build, the Most High shall, but I shall throw down. Go back to where we was at in Ezra, 2nd Ezra 14. Read verse 16 again.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Hear that? Greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. That means the future. Read.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
Yeah, see, weaker through age. The earth is weaker through age, man. And the people. Read.
So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Hear that? It says, so much the more shall evils increase. Be abundant, man, upon the people that's living in the earth. Read.
For the truth is spread far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasten the vision to come, which thou hast seen.
See? I mean, it's coming fast. In the eyes of the Most High. Read. And once he starts this process of allowing these spirits to evolve upon what's written in this Bible, you're going to see it happen over and over again. More of the prophecies happening back to back to back to back. But how do you know what to look for? If you don't know the prophecy, you don't know the Bible. You ain't studying. Read.
Verse 19. Then answered I before thee, and said, Behold, Most High power, I will go, as thou hast commanded me, and reprove the people which are present.
See that? He said he's going to go and reprove the people that are in his lifetime, present. Talk about the Israelites. Read.
But they that shall be born afterward, who shall admonish them?
See? Those that were going to be born afterward, who's going to admonish them? Who's going to tell them? The people that we got to deal with. Who's going to tell them? That's what he's inquiring about. Who are the men that's going to stand up during the time that's hereafter, after Ezra's? Read.
Thus the world is set in darkness.
See, the world is said, in what?
Darkness.
In darkness. Read. Ignorance. Read.
And they that dwell therein are without light.
And they that dwell therein are without light. What's the light? The law. When you read Proverbs 6 and 23. And St. John, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse down. So, the world is without light. It's in darkness. It tell you in Isaiah 16 and 2, the world's in gross darkness. The people. Gross ignorance. Not knowing the light. So if you ain't shining bright, you ain't illuminated, you in darkness. Sad to say, but it's real. That's why a man got to put off that weak nature. Be willing to stand. It's an old saying. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Verse 21.
For thy law is burnt. Therefore, no man knoweth the things that are done of thee, or the works that shall be given.
Hear that? See, the law is burnt. They didn't put the law aside. Mashiach Yahushua said he ain't come to destroy the law of the prophets, but to fulfill all the things that we're reading now. And we're going to read more prophecies. Because they prophesied about these things. Get Matthew 24 and 12. This is our problem as a people. And they've done a hell of a job because it come from hell for what it is that we're reading here. Read that.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Hear that? Because wickedness shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Because wickedness is going to be so plentiful in the earth, the love of many shall wax cold. That's why a lot of people, they cold-blooded. They cold. They cold. How you look at it, they really cold. Cold-blooded. Read.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
See that? You got to endure unto the end. You want to be saved? So you got to endure unto the end. And it's not the end yet. Or whenever your end is, or my end, or anyone else's end. You got to endure to the end. The same shall be saved. But you got to prepare yourself for what's getting ready to go down. Are you really ready for the things that's going to happen? Because what's going to go down? Because it's heightening up. And it could only take one event. And that's when you know we in war. And it could happen tomorrow.
Right.
And for you, some of you that's back east, I'll say today. Everybody's saying Khan, huh? Khan, that's right. Right. Are those the same voices or different people saying that? Khan.
Hello?
Yes.
Now read verse 20.
Say again.
Now read verse 20.
You can read it.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Well, we don't know.
I want to say that because, what everybody's doing, like we said, it could be today, tomorrow, and it could be now, right now, and people doing their own thing and not, and launching the Sabbath day.
That's right. But you don't know how long it's going to take them to deliberate, but like I said, this was important what we're dealing with now, so we can not be involved with what it is that's got to go down. But read Zechariah 14 and 13, because if they do give a verdict of guilty or not guilty, it will be on the Sabbath day. It will be tomorrow. They say they're going to start deliberating again at 9 o'clock in the morning. But read this. Zechariah 14 and 13.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Most High, while much outside, shall be among them. And they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor. And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Hear that? It's going to be war. So they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Read.
And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem. And the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together. Gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
Right. So that's a future prophecy too. Sound good to me. Because it tells you, look, I mean, that's what I say when you know these scriptures, man, it's beautiful. Get Obadiah 17. So let's say all the heathens. We're going to get all the heathens. We know we're going to get this too. Read that.
Obadiah 17.
Right.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
See, upon Mount Zion, Zion's another name for the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the Most High's holy monument. Upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Read.
And there shall be holiness.
Gonna be trueness, righteousness. Read.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
So we're gonna possess their possessions. Talking about Edom. This was read verse 1.
The vision of Obadiah said the Most High's power concerning Edom.
Right. Concerning Edom. Read it again, verse 17. There's only 21 verses that the Most High give Edom. 21 verses.
But upon Mount Zion
Upon Mount Zion
shall be deliverance.
shall be deliverance. Read.
And there shall be holiness.
Gonna be trueness. Read.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
Gonna possess his possessions, man. We're gonna own everything that they have. Like I said, we're gonna own all the heathens have. We're gonna have all the possessions of Esau, superpower of the world. But it's gonna be war. I mean, get Ezekiel 38 and verse 21.
Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 21. And I will call for a sword against them from all my mountains, says the Most High.
Go ahead.
Most High Lord, every man's sword shall be against his brother.
Right. That's what it's gonna be about, warfare. Every man's sword gonna be against his brother. So what you gonna do when this happens? Ready for this? Luke 14 to 25 and 26.
What's that?
Luke 14, 25 and 26.
Luke chapter 14, verse 25 and 26. And there went great multitudes with him. And he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me, and hate not his father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
You hear that? He said, if any man come unto Mashiach Yahushai, what did he tell us? I mean, hold that. Get hold up. I said, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Get Matthew. Read Matthew 18:11.
Matthew chapter 8, verse 11.
18 and 11.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
Right. So Mashiach Yahushua came to save that which was lost. And he said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So we the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We came to save that which is lost. Now, read Luke 14:26 again.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26.
Right.
If any man come to me and hate not his father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Hear that? that's those that's going to get in the way of the work you have to do in trying to make it to the kingdom. Because if you allow somebody to take you off your course of making it to the kingdom, then you deserve to die right with them, don't you? That's what he's telling you. He said what? If any man come to me, okay, you're going to come to him. Get Matthew 11 and 28. This is what he's telling you. But before you go to read verse 27 first.
And whosoever doeth not bear any cross, and come after me, cannot be my disciple.
Yeah, if you ain't willing to be dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction and be tried as silver is tried, refined, to become a better creature, to be born again, to change, then you ain't going to be his disciple. Get Matthew 11 and 28. That's why he said, if any man come to me. Listen to what he said, read. So if you bearing your cross, you catching a lot of hell. You're going through a lot of changes. It ain't going to be beautiful. It ain't always going to be beautiful. You got things, oppression and things that you got to deal with that's going to come against you. To be proven. Read.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
He always gives a solution. Read.
Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
Yeah, he said, that's why he said, come unto me. You want to come to him? Say, come to him. All you that labor, you're laboring in this work, and you heavy laden with a lot of it, he said, come to him. He said, I will give you rest. And we got the ultimate rest when we take the kingdom. Forever and ever and ever. We have the kingdom. We're going to really rest then. That's when we're going to really rest. But he said he'll give us rest. When he said, comfort ye my people, for our iniquity is pardoned. But how can your iniquity be pardoned if you're still dealing with sin?
Right.
Yeah.